Okay, when you walk up to a lathe, oh my, oh my, never do that. Do not just walk up to a lathe and turn the machine on. Don't leave the machine in a direction where you could accidentally hit the switch and turn it on. I've been given a hard time many times for leaving a chuck key in the lathe. It's quite common. Now with this running, it's very possible that you could hit the clutch, move it a little bit. Well, that wasn't in gear. There's more realistic. You could accidentally move the clutch, have it go with the motor running. If somebody had left the clutch engaged and you just turned the switch on, big danger, big danger. When you come up to the machine, get the clutch in neutral if it has a clutch. If it doesn't have a clutch, then be all the more leery of the switch. The whole thing with the chuck being in here, many times, we're using, and this piece I decided not to do in here, but here's the point. Let's say, start the lathe up, and let's say we had just came in here and we turned this shaft, and then we put it down into brake. It is common in industry that you'll just walk over here, change this out, pull this out, put in the next one, when I get it straight, tighten it down, pull out your chuck key, and go back to work. Now, the most dangerous part of this is your chuck key's in here while you have a clutch that could make it turn, and you have your hand on the chuck key. You know, the chuck key in here by itself with the lathe shut off doesn't hurt anybody. When your hand is on it, it can hurt somebody. Now, if you're a newbie, if you are totally new to the lathe, don't do that procedure. Don't do it. It was something we did all the time in industry. It's common changing it out. Totally the opposite from CNC lathes with everything locked away from you that can't turn on, but it was common. It's still common. When you're doing a lot of a part, you just leave the machine on, you kick the clutch into neutral, kick the brake in, you have your chuck key here. A friend of mine told me just recently, he had accidentally kicked his on while he was doing this, and he managed while he was pulling the chuck key out to squish his hand a little bit, but he didn't break it all up.